Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Now, I haven't really played an Angel deck this season, and I know some people have been asking me to, and I had a couple of builds available, but they were kind of not that different than a lot of what you'd seen. So I looked around and I was trying to find other ways to play Angel, and I came across this deck from Crokeyz that was actually Boros Angels. Made a couple of small changes to it and figured we could play this and see what it's all about, because just wanting to play something different, but still show you some Angels. So let's go hop into it and see what Boros Angels looks like on the current standard ladder. If you want to support the channel, remember to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% on everything you order over there at UltraPro, and that includes all the new sweet stuff from their Lemon Yellow collection this month. Okay, while we're at it, don't forget to join the channel, or at least check out the details down below. The other thing I want to say about this too is be sure to check out the end of the video, because I have no doubt that I'm going to want to make changes to this list. I think it's actually, this is kind of a list, if I'm not mistaken, that would come out in like the first week of the season, maybe the second. And I think just the way some of the decks have evolved, there's some other cards we're probably going to want to play, but at least wanted to play this as is for the first few games and give it a go. So we've got 4 Giada Font of Hope, because, you know, you're playing Angels, so why not? We've got Luminarch Aspirant, a good aggressive card, happens to be a cleric, works with some of our other cards, so yeah, nothing wrong with this. We have 4 Youthful Valkyrie. The other thing too about this too, if you notice, it gives us 12 creatures early that cost 2, so on turn 2 we should almost always have a play. Like, it's going to be very rare that we're going to have a hand where we can't play something on 2. So just want to point that out, that's actually a pretty big deal here. Then we have 4 Rip Aparts, which is pretty flexible, honestly. This could be one of the reasons to want to play Red-White, because, you know, get rid of an enchantment or an artifact, which there's plenty of those. Deal 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Obviously, that's the thing that's useful. The only downside is that it's a sorcery, but the card is still very good right now. Then Righteous Valkyrie, one of the best creatures we have in the deck, obviously. 2 Skyclave Apparition, just more removal, that's very good. And it's 3 Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And I'm not sure how much I like Fable of the Mirror Breaker in here. There are some scenarios where if you do get it to work early, being able to like copy a Righteous Valkyrie, get that extra life, you know, that sort of thing could be good. Growing your Youthful Valkyrie could be neat, but I'm not sure if that's good enough. It might be, though. So, you know, we'll take a look at it and see what's up. 3 Angel Fire Ignition. I do like this in the list. It's a good come from behind card. Really can help you stabilize sometimes. 1 Legion Angel with the other 3 in the sideboard. No surprises there. 2 Wandering Emperor. This shouldn't surprise anybody either. The card's good enough that you're absolutely going to play it. 4 Showdown on the Scalds. I like this inclusion. I don't know if I want 4 of them. I feel like 3 might be correct. Maybe even 2, but I think 3 at least. But, you know, again, I think I'm just going to ride with it, see what it looks like while we play through these games. Then 1 Elspeth Resplendent, 1 Amaria's Call, 1 Shatterskull Smashing, 1 Iganjo, 7 Plains, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 2 Mountains, 1 Sekinzen, a Fury Calm Snarl, 4 Needle Verge Pathway, and 4 Sundown Pass. So yeah, nothing too surprising. A lot of the usual suspects that you would expect to play if you were in these colors. But like I said, I think there's still room to maneuver, but I want to play some games first, see what the gameplay looks like and how it feels before we decide what we want to make any major changes around. So, as always, let's go play the games, see what we think, and then I'll catch you on the other side, and we'll talk about the changes. Oh man, this hand can cast things, but maybe not do anything relevant, so let's mulligan. This feels a lot better, so let's keep this. Let's get rid of, I think, Sekinzen. I think is the way we want to go here. Not totally sure. Then I think we're going to Youthful. Oh, they're playing Death Touch things anyway. Say, oh, never mind. I was going to do something else. We're going to leave with this now. All right, Gala Greeters. Sounds good. We attack for 1, not blocking. We are not in that line of work currently. So now it's just, do we want to Youthful Valkyrie and Aspirant, or do we just do this? Nah, let's do this first, and we'll just try to get the extra life next turn. I think that's better. Because then if they deal with our Valkyrie, we can just do this next turn. I just have to remember to tap Giada to get the mana for this, so Arena doesn't do it wrong, and we can still cast both things. Yep, they're making some treasure, so they're going to be trying to do something big next turn. We're still not blocking. Not interested. Okay, well, this changes things a bit. Let's attack first here, I guess. Since they're both in the air. Then we'll go ahead and play one of these. And one of these. Alright. Oh, I didn't realize. I forgot. I didn't think it would have put us over 27. I did my math wrong. I missed out on 4 points there. May not matter, though. We have a ton in the air here, so unless they're gaining life, which they're not, what are they going to kill here? Tyvar Kill is not going to cut it. So this ended up being an elf deck is what it was, but we have all kinds of things in the air. Yeah, opponent's at 17. We've got 12. Yeah, we got way more than enough. Yeah, opponent just says GG's. We kind of got it all here. Yep. All right, we'll keep it. Let's go with this. I mean, this hand doesn't do a lot. We're kind of just Valkyrie, Apparition, Valkyrie probably in that order. I say that. We may just want to kill that dude instead here while we have an opportunity. Not my fave, but I guess both modes kill this. Doesn't really matter. All right. Just slowing them down when you don't really know what's going on gives you a chance to kind of catch up a little bit. All right. This is probably going to draw some heat. Nope, we're not dead, though. Maybe we die on the opponent's turn. Yep. Sounds like a plan. Ooh, this is tempting to wait an extra turn, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to go ahead and play this anyway. And if you got something else, you want to kill it, you can spend your cards to kill it again. Okay, Strangle makes sense. So they have a bunch of sorcery speed removal. Is basically what the narrative is that they're telling us so far. So that's good information to have stored away for later. And we'll just pass. They'll probably try to destroy one of our lands here. We go search. We don't really mind. Nope, they didn't want to destroy anything. Probably waiting around for a creature land, which is fairly smart. Both have 4 cards in hand. Well, we're about to have 2 1/1s that we can maybe turn into something. Ooh, big score. All right. Still have access to mana here. 4 to be exact. Got rid of just a bunch of burn and stuff so far. Really interesting. I'm not sure what their plan is. Okay, I was going to use Angel Fire Ignition, but other things happened. Well, that was not the most exciting thing now, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have 7 next turn to go ahead to Maria's Call if we wanted to. But then we lose the Wandering Emperor, so that's actually kind of an interesting conundrum. Okay. Let's see what happens. We might still just try for a Maria's Call, but the opponent has nothing out. I mean, there is value to be made from the Wandering Emperor, but probably not enough to worry about here. Sure. And then you get a 4/4 and a thing. Oh, what a sickly Beseju. That's so good. So good. Wow. That actually is really big, believe it or not. That is a big hit. That's super annoying for us. Way to go, opponent. All right, so we don't get any bonus value here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We could... I mean, we can't remove that because that's a token. But, like, we could play Wandering Emperor and then Angel Fire Ignition and get one of these through. But I think we're just going to do this. Losing the Wandering Emperor kind of sucks, but is what it is. We attack. Get a whole 1 point in. However, I don't think we block here because we can just use Angel Fire twice. Because we need, what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have quite enough to Angel Fire, Apparition. But depending on what they play, we might just as well Shatter Skull Smashing here, too. Uh-oh, they're getting something out of the yard. This is not good for us. Oh, this is probably another one of the Shigekis or whatever is probably what's going on. Yeah, that makes sense. Shigeki it is. Yeah, all right, no block. Whatever. Like, doesn't really change enough for us here. I think we're just going to go with this package of things. And they're going to do this on the other one. So, since we know they have Thundering Rebuke, they wouldn't really get to kill anything here. And we get to keep back 2 blockers. We also get to gain 12. So it puts us in a pretty good spot. We got to deal with both angels here. We have 2 good removal cards in hand. No creature lands, but that's fine. All right. We're just going to let those through. No reason to block. I mean, 9 only puts us to 14, and we know what one of the cards is in their hand, which does nothing here. Maybe they draw something here during their instep, but 12 in the air, that's going to do it. I think we have to keep this hand and just let the opponent go first. I don't know if there's much to be gained here by us doing anything else. So, yeah, I guess put this in tapped. I probably could have held on to this, but I have a feeling we're just going to end up rip-aparting and doing other stuff here. Well, I guess technically we could still do that. Do they have additional lands to play? They do. Alright, let's go ahead and kill one of these. Actually, You know what? What if? Let's try. Gonna be brave. Might be stupid, but we're gonna be brave. I don't know what we're up against, and I kind of want to see it as well. Oh, there's a chariot. Okay, we can rip apart a chariot. That's cool, I suppose. That's a thing we can do. It's not bad. Not beneficial here, though. Whoa, nope. Cancel that. We want to actually destroy an artifact or enchantment. There we go. And then we'll just plus our creature, and we'll pass. Now, next turn, we have the option of playing an Aspirant and using a Rip Apart, which is kind of nice. All right, so they can play more land. They do not have, apparently. Interesting. It's not a bad card to draw either. We like that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Unfortunately, it's sorcery speed. Are you going to protect it? They say no. Which makes me feel like they have a way to kill our Aspirant. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Glutton for punishment. Who knows? It might just be a Wandering Emperor or something next turn. Alright. Nope, it's not even that. Okay. No blocks. I mean, do what you're gonna do. Kura. That's not what we expected to see. And then that lets you make the XX, or X's number of lands. or you can search for 3 lands. Why do they want so much land? That's the part I'm missing about this. What are they trying to do with that much mana? So I think that's the real question right now. Huh. Well, I guess we just Legion Angel? Nah, we do this. And then put counter, counter. Will this attack? And if they want to block, cool. If they don't, cool. Man, they get to make a 5/5 here. Oh, no, they're going to go search for lands. Okay. Interesting. So they do actually want all the mana. I wonder what for. This is peculiar. I literally don't know what we're up against. I mean, opponent has a fistful of land and 3 unknown cards. And we have no clue what any of this is about. Or at least I don't. I mean, they can activate their creature land. They can attack, I guess, when this deals damage. Oh, when it becomes blocked, they get to untap everything. Okay. Storm the Festival. Seems legit. I'm assuming there's a Wrenn in 7 and something. Yep. Alright, cool. Okay, I think we're pretty good to keep this. Just kind of got to decide if I want to risk Giada on 2 or if I want to Luminarch Aspirant on 2, I think is what this really revolves around. I think because of the nature of the deck, we still have to go with Giada, plus the opponent's mulliganing to 5 here. So I think it's worth the risk, and if they just get us, they get us. Actually, getting us may not be that big a deal. Looks like they might actually just bounce it, and that's fine if that's the case. Nope, they don't even have that, so that's good. Alright, and they did not kill Giada. Also good. Alrighty then. Now we've got progress we're making. Attack for 2. Another Angel would be sweet next turn. I don't think we're going to get it. Special Iteration. They will get a card from their Stowaway. We can remove the Stowaway with the Apparition next turn. Alright. They're going to draw and discard. Probably just play the land that they've got sitting over there. Yep. Okay. Ooh, Iganjo's actually pretty sweet here. I was thinking I was going to do something else, but like maybe. Because we can't play both of these. Because Jot only gives us mana for Angels, obviously. So I kind of have to decide if I want to Skyclave Apparition that. I kind of want to play the Aspirant. But you know what? Gotta pressure the opponent while they're down, right? Okay. I mean, they've got 4 mana. I mean, even for mulliganing, the opponents hit all their land. Now, they probably still need double red, but they choose to put their land on blue instead of red when they had a chance. So it's probably not as important as I think it is for them, but who knows? All right, what are we doing here? Is this just a... Ooh, that's not bad. I don't hate it. All right, let's experiment here. Try to give this to Giada. Okay, that's fine. Like, I knew there was a chance. That's why I didn't want to put it on the bigger creature. Figured we'd let that go. Put that here. And then we attack. Alright, opponent's at 7. Not only that, they're at 7 and they know we have an Angel Fire Ignition and a Giada, which we could play both. So I'm not sure what their plan really is here. Rebuke, that's fine. If you got more Fading Hopes, it's annoying, but not the end of the world. That's actually pretty slick too. Opponent's only at 7, though. So I guess we do some combination of this. We can't cast that if we do that. We could play a land. And then do this. So if they bounce Aspirant, we don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So the opponent's deck really doesn't do anything. It was just removal and bounce spells. I'm assuming it was just to get to, like, the big enchantment that lets you copy stuff out of your yard or whatever, bombardment. But yeah. Alright, definitely keeping this. I mean, if the opponent deals with our 2 early creatures, so be it. We'll take that chance. Like, this seems more than worth it. I mean, we'll just play Aspirant, hope it lives. Go to Valkyrie, hope it lives. And then if not, oh well. Actually, may not. We might Fable now, actually, to be honest. That could be a better play. Oh, maybe not. Like, depending on what they did there, that changed what we wanted to do. Alright. Put that here and attack. Gonna just keep the aggression up here until they find the kill spells. Widespread Thievery. We were just talking about this on stream the other day, that we hadn't seen too many people cast this. So when we cast a multicolor spell, you create a treasure token, then you can pay 5, or Wooburg, to get what you want out of that. So that's kind of cool. Love it. I'll go ahead and put a counter here. So we can work on making that big enough to survive any of the big sweepers. Heartstabber is multicolor. That creates a treasure. You know, I'm going to get rid of this. 2 Angel Fire Ignitions might be good enough. Thing has Death Touch if they have the requirements. They're 0 of 5 currently. Yeah, just 1. Okay, well that comes into play tapped anyway. Let's go ahead and fire this off on this little dude. Alright, opponent has nothing to be concerned about here, apparently, from our side. Alright, we have well beyond lethal on the board now. I don't know what their plan is. I guess maybe Meat Hook for 4? And they would gain 2? Nope, Hostile Takeover. Alright. Yeah, didn't really understand that. Okay, that was a quick one. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, this is just one of those draws where, you know, you're going to have to dodge a few removal cards, but that's okay. It's understood. It's all part of the plan. Oh, yeah. Like, Giada's totally dead. There are no delusions of Giada living very long here. Brutal Cathar, that makes sense. We'll play this on red, and we'll play this. Which I'm assuming it also gets removed somehow. Exactly. See, no surprises. Sure. Ooh, that's a good one to have. Unfortunately, I don't have double red here. So what if we put this into play tapped? Play this and make a 2/2. I mean, we've already seen 2 Cathars. Not to say they don't have other just regular removal here. Which is very viable. Can you just shoot this for 2? Now, if their plan is to activate an attack, we just block a Brutal Cathar and get back a 2/4. And just have more blockers. So it's actually less problematic. This is actually not bad. Like, the opponent's plan came down to just, I'm going to attack with one thing. Because and this is sometimes the problem with Cathars, right? Like, you don't necessarily want to give stuff up. Submit. Let's just do 1. Alright, that's fine. So now we got double red. We can opt to kill a thing. We would go to 9. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I don't really know. Because we kill one and we get the... I think we got to try. If the opponent just has a way to save their creature, I think that's just a tough situation and we just got to eat it. I mean, if they have it, they have it. I mean, okay, they didn't. So we lucked out. Okay. This is what it is. Do we get through this turn okay? Oh, they didn't even want to attack. All right. All right. Okay. Some things are happening now. Okay. Starting to feel a little better. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, though. Okay, we're going to gain some life. We're going to get one of these. Willing to attack for 2 here, I think. All right. No Planeswalker? No nothing. Okay. I thought we were risking a little bit there. All right, opponent. You've got land now to attack with you. They just... Okay. I don't know how we won that. Yeah. We're going to keep this, right? 3, 4. Yeah, yeah. I don't have reason to not keep this. Like, I could have also argued to be playing the Ameria's Call tapped, but I'm figuring over 4 turns or something, maybe we have time. Well, there you go. Right off the top. Let's go ahead and play this. Now, the downside here is we don't have any other angels to go with our Valkyrie, which can happen sometimes in this deck, so that's a little bit disappointing, but we are able to also remove something with an apparition here, so that's pretty helpful. And then we have Wandering Emperor after that, so it's not the worst case scenario here by any stretch. Yep, no Bloxies. Giada is pretty nice. Play Giada, we get a 2/4, which doesn't necessarily do anything, but it does force the opponent to want to kill our Giada. We could also just get rid of that, then block that when they attack. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this, actually. Just knowing how much damage that deck can potentially output, I just don't want to risk it. No attacks. And the reason I'm not attacking here is we can force them to spend some number of spells or some type of weird trading situation. But we're not in the aggressive position, and I'd rather force the opponent to spin cards here if we can. I mean, here I'm just blocking with Apparition. Like, kill a 2/2 and trading him a 2/2 with no abilities is totally reasonable to me. And then again, knowing we've got Wandering Emperor coming shortly behind, I'm alright with that. I mean, if you waste a spell here, sure, to protect a creature, I'm alright with that. I don't know if they thought we weren't going to block or something, but I feel like we kind of foiled their plans a little bit here. It's possible that maybe they thought I was just going to block with Valkyrie, and then maybe they were going to shoot the Valkyrie for 2 or something. That's sort of what that feels like. Like they had a thought of what was going to happen, and we kind of went a different direction. Didn't give them the pleasure they were hoping for. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Wow, no instance, actually. Ooh, boy. All right. Now we have 3 relevant creatures that they probably want to kill all of them. Yep, opponent got put on the back burner. All right, so we could play Sakinza, and we still be 2 mana away from an Ameria's Call, but it might still be worth doing. I think we go to attacks. We'll put a counter on Giada. Mostly because if they tried to kill Giada, we would just go ahead and flash in our Wandering Emperor. Okay, that's a thing. Sure. That's funny. I feel like this is the second opponent we've seen in recent games that had played Sigrid. I'm not sure why Sigrid's coming back into fashion, but interesting that it is. All right, you have a Thundering Raiju, opponent. You can deal with this however you so choose. Now, what I think our plan here is going to be is just flash in Wandering Emperor to block something, and then use Wandering Emperor on our turn to exile something. I think is going to be our plan here. So, training's going to go off. Thundering Raiju's targeting Sigrid. Alright. So then we're going to
run away. You'll be safer.
+1 a Valkyrie. So then we both have double strike and 3/3, or 3 relevant power and toughness. And then we'll just block Sigrid, take 5, remove Thundering Raiju next turn, and be in a pretty good position, I think. So we'll just block here. And this is going to get us Giada back. Alright, now do they have the burn spell to kill our Valkyrie? That's the question. Nope, they would rather kill Giada. That's fine. We're okay with that. Okay, we're almost getting to the point we want, which is also good. Let's get rid of this tutor. And I'm going to go ahead and pump this so we can start having another creature on the ground we can do something with. Commando faces Crokeyz. Not nearly as scary as anything else we could deal with here. Though it does take away some options on our Wandering Emperor because it does shoot that for 1. Now the opponent can attack everything into the Wandering Emperor and force a block from us or let us kill the Emperor. Which, yeah, relevant. And I might actually be willing to block, to be honest with you. Especially knowing we're 1 mana away from this, or any other card we draw is pretty dang live right now. Alright, they are not going to force that decision. So, we will pump this.
Remember your training.
We will kill this. Put a counter. And just attack with this. I think we're going to leave the youthful Valkyrie back home. Now we know the opponent has haste creatures and they can possibly still get to our Planeswalker, but if they do, they do. Now we're just on 1 mana or any great card off the top. Because once we get that to where these have the 2 angels and whatever, we're pretty much off to the races. Alright, Cavalier. Sounds good. Cavalier is big-bodied. You can take out our Wandering Emperor. I would gladly block your Cavalier for that trade. They must have understood that was the level of that agreement. Alright, let's do this. We're going to +1. Man, we can do all kinds of things here. So we can give the Luminarch Aspirant First Strike and Vigilance if we wanted to. Or the Valkyrie First Strike and Vigilance. Actually, no. What if we minus? What do we get here that matters? Nah, I think we just do this. Give this Vigilance. Give this First Strike. Yep, that's going to do it. Alright, this is all white cards, but yeah, we're keeping. Why not? We will try to make something happen. Well, a backup Giada something, I guess. I assume this first one's going to die. We'll just see what we do after that. Ooh, Luminarch Aspirant. Not cool. Red land, please. Well, that's not a bad backup plan. If we're being seriously honest here. Let's go ahead and do this. Into this. And then we'll attack. Alright, and green mana. So this is just Naya humans, possibly? Could be a problem, because something like Halana and Elena could end up being not real fun for us. So we have to keep that in mind, too. Alright. Ooh, we are not able to cast that. That sucks. And sadly, we kind of have to play this land, because if we draw one, we can play Elspeth, which... Can't really ignore that. Oh, what do we do here? This hand did not come together. I knew we were gambling, but now we're in a little bit of trouble. Let's attack with just this. And then we'll just play a replacement one. And it's bigger and we get some life out of the deal. I mean, it's better than nothing. Alright, opponent. You got all the mana you could want. Alright. What are we doing? Brutal Cathar, sure. I want to get Valkyrie. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Sure. And you're attacking, we're not blocking. Ugh, gross. Alright, well this is all we can do. Yep, we're pretty sure we're dead, because now I can just cast two things and get rid of our Giada. Yep. That's one thing. Yep, alright. We're already dead. Okay, let's keep it and rock and roll with this thing. I mean, it's Yada by herself. No friends to back her up, so it's kind of going to be leaning on these Wandering Emperors, I think. Maybe a little too much, but we'll see. However, Giada did manage to live somehow. Not that we can do anything with that information, but... Alright. I don't expect her to live beyond this turn, though. Now, if we really wanted to, if we had another mana, I would go ahead and use this during their end step, make 1/1s, but... Looks like we may not got that right now. Alright. Coming in for 3. Makes sense. Alright. Attack. And we'll pass. Flips their Deuter. We do have Wandering Emperor action. We can get rid of a Stormseeker next turn if we need to with an Apparition, so it's not the end of the world. Zeator's Envoy. We're going to have fun getting rid of that one. That's for sure. So no connection there. Let's off that thing. I like the opponent's deck. I like what they're doing. They're going for it. Going big here. Another Giada. Not great. But you know what? Let's do this. Get rid of that. Let's plus this Deuter. We'll attack. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. And we'll end the turn. So slowly trying to set up a wall and build up here. However, now the opponent can meat hook for 3. Nope, just another Stormseeker. Ooh, okay. Okay. What is this going to lead to? Because I still didn't cast two. Well, they're casting two things now, so their stuff will flip next turn, which means we could actually shoot something down with the Rip Apart if we want to get rid of their Stormseeker. But I think they're trying to decide if they want to get in for 5 damage here or if they want to be able to kill our Giada. But I think they're just coming in for 5, probably at the Wandering Emperor, and we're just going to let it die. We're okay with that. No blocks.
I'll be back.
That is a strategy we can get behind. So let's go ahead and off that. We will play this.
Finally,
Plus this. So they have to find another
fast and strength off.
blood token at least if they want to kill the Giada. Not that we really care because we have another Giada in hand. They don't know that. But, you know. Let's see how this goes from here. Now again, they're still in a situation where they can meat hook for 3, which is still very relevant here. However, they are still just at 11. So, we'll see. There's a lot that can happen here. Ooh, Alana Lena, super annoying. That is not going to be good for us. So real talk, do we want this to die or not? Because giving Giada +1 is pretty powerful here against Alana and Alena. Giving them a 3/3 sucks, but it's not world ending by any stretch. I think I'm willing to double block here. That sounds a little crazy, but I think I'm okay with that. All right. That's what I thought they were going to do, but you never know. Ugh, just drawing these lands here, though, is not helping our case at all. Oh, boy, that was not what we wanted to see. Okay. So now we have an interesting situation because we can actually play Giada. We can play activate the land. We can +1 the den. And then we can attack with our 3 power things here. Okay. So opponent goes to 4. Now this also means that they're going to be less likely to want to attack all out at the Wandering Emperor. Because then they'd be saying, oh, not anymore. That is 3 life. So that does matter, and that tramples. Interesting. All right, so now if they block... Actually, wait. If they block 3, they take 3, 4, 5... Oh, they're only going to take 6 if we do that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, no blocks. Wandering Emperor just dies.
Still have much to learn.
Oh, that's pretty savage. That is... Not to say they don't have another Helana and Elena, but good timing on that one. All right. Opponent goes to 2. We now have 2 in the air. We've got 4 on the ground when we activate the land. Are these apparitions enough to get us to the finish line? Also, if they meat hook here, they do stay alive. Because they would get rid of everything and get a 3/3 and a 4/4 back and still have their 7/5. So we're dead to a meat hook, I think. Moonveil Regents is not a death sentence for us. However, if they kill one of our 2/2s, they can get back a blocker. So then they'd be able to block 1, 2, 3 things and only take 1. So they're still alive. Okay. That was pretty big. Yep, that'll do it. Ooh, this one is not good. Let's mulligan this. Ugh, this is only marginally playable. Yeah, we're gonna go to 5. All right. Hate that I had to do it, but, you know, decisions. Let's get rid of this. Ugh. We're really gonna need to draw lands here. I'm gambling pretty hard, but I'm keeping at least 3 relevant threats, I hope. All right, let's go with this. See if it lives. Probably doesn't, but, you know, still got to try. Okay, underdog. Sadly, we have to do this. Even though the Valkyries, or the Righteous Valkyrie is likely to die, I wanted to set that up because if we do get a land, we could at least double spell next turn, playing the second Youthful and the Aspirant. Whereas if we'd have just played the Aspirant there, really wouldn't have done much for us. Here, we at least kind of force the opponent's hand to probably try to use a removal card. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, of course, the other half of this plan is draw a land. But, all right, we did. We met the brief. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pump this one. And mostly because I'm trying to spread out the toughnesses, so that we can go ahead and be prepared in case they have a meat hook massacre or something like that. And if they just have a lot of the hard removal, so be it. If they just have it, they have it. Good news here is because we have flyers, we're also mostly protected or insulated, if you will, from an Ob Nixilis. So that's pretty cool. All right, another underdog. Sure. I was going to say, if they attack, I probably am not even blocking there, really. All right, so now we have some serious questions. Opponent can attack for 6. We can attack for 6. So we would go to 14. They would go to 9. We wouldn't have lethal next turn. Even if we played an angel, we would have 7, 8. But actually, we would have lethal if we could draw an angel. Okay, well, let's play with that as an option. And let's have another removal card here. They did. It was a Ray of Enfeeblement. Okay, well, that does change things. Oh, and they had a Voltage Surge. Look at you. All right, well, no attacks then. That changes too much of the math. All right, Fable. Yep, attack, I will block. And if you just get me, you get me. That's another Ray, so be it. Oh, it was not. However, we're not drawing much here. This is not helping us get where we need to go. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I mean, you might as well go ahead and get your other dude in. I mean, you're winning the life race. Or, yeah, attack with the Hive alongside your other creatures. I mean, there's options here. Nope, just the Hive, actually. Nothing else. Really surprised by that. I feel like them getting a treasure and getting some damage in would have been pretty sweet for them there. But, you know, what do I know? No attacks. Okay. Let's see what's up. Kaito. Alright.
There are many secrets I don't know, but not.
They're just going to draw and discard. They're not even attempting to attack and put anything at risk here. Okay. So now it's what is that last card? Because I truly do not know. I mean, we'll try again. Attack. Alright. My opponent's got to do something here. I mean, they know what our hand is. They have perfect information right now. Adversary will let them play a kill spell again. However, their best kill spell is going to deal 2 damage to them. Yeah, so they go to 7. And then we can still just attack for 8. As long as we don't block in a ridiculous manner here. So I guess now they're just looking for a removal card to get rid of a Legion Angel. Which, to be fair, if they have even like a Voltage Surge, all they have to do is attack and they'll get a treasure and they can just sack that. So that's a thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no blocks. If you got me, you got me. Okay, looks like they don't. Good deal. So, you know, I was a little bit torn here. Like, while we did manage to win some games, it didn't feel, I don't know, as consistent or as powerful as it could have been. I feel like there were too many times we ended up with like multiple showdown of the Scalds and weren't able to take advantage of it. And we really didn't get much off of the Fable of the Mirror Breaker in nearly any game. I think we only got to where we could copy stuff once. And I think the game was over by that point. Hard to remember all the games at this stage. But I think that was the only time. I only remember getting to copy something one time. So I'm not sure how beneficial it is for us to actually have a full set night. Maybe it's just play 1 or play 2, possibly. But 3 or 4, I don't know is the right number. And I would like to have some top in to play for. So maybe put in the Sanctuary Warden, something like that. Or maybe some 3 mana angels in the middle, because one of the things we did encounter is having a Giada or having a Luminarch Aspirant. I mean, not Luminarch Aspirant, but a Righteous Valkyrie without having actual angels to take advantage of it. So we weren't able to really move our life total or get really big bodies. And I think that's one of the things that was missing when you compare it to the black-white version. So I would like to take a look at that, and I think the final list is going to have a few different cards in there. But overall, I do like the versatility of things like Rip Apart. I did like stuff like the Angel Fire Ignition. So it made sense to play the red in the list. I just don't know if I want those numbers of the cards we have currently. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Gisela, Blade of Goldenite. And mostly because this is a card that I still play in Commander that is super good, even after being reprinted. The thing still carries like, I think, a $6 value, but it's a little hard to cast. It is 7 mana, but you have a million ways to ramp, even in red and white now in Commander. And it's a 5/5, it flies, I think it has first strike, and it doubles all the damage that happens to your opponents and halves all the damage that happens to you. Now, the good thing about this is sometimes I can encourage your opponents to attack each other, especially if they're having a hard time finishing each other off, and buy you another turn or 2. And then if you have something that deals damage to everybody or whatever, well, it deals less to you and deals more to them. So it's actually a pretty cool all-around card. It takes some setup, but it is very strong. And it can fit in just like if you want to play Angel-themed decks, that's viable, or you could just play it in just big general body red-white stuff. Now, don't forget to join the channel, and if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below. You can come find us on our Discord. You can come join us on the streams to be part of all the shenanigans while we're deck building. But if you like playing theme decks, I'm going to go ahead and include a link to another theme deck, so you can just hop right over and check that one out after you're done here. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.